Hello everyone to another video with me, Umber Rays, and today I am going to be talking about some last-minute free-to-play advice because those are the questions I've been getting. Many of those questions both on Twitch as well as YouTube, so I figured I'd just make one more video. And also I'm going to be talking about the JP news if you didn't hear, because I didn't make a video directly after the live stream just because I kind of like when the news is in the app, because it just makes it really easy to bring up everything. And I do like filming these efficiently, if nothing else. So a couple of questions that were asked. First of all, what time is it launching? No idea, but iOS preloading has started, so I would assume midnight. But if it doesn't happen at midnight, then maybe 10 a.m., 9 a.m. I really don't know. I'm not overly familiar with launches. It could be 3 p.m., it could be 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or Eastern Standard Time. You're just going to have to wait and play it by ear. Second thing that I've heard asked about when it comes to this is, what emulator do I play on? Well, providing that it doesn't get my account banned, I don't use anything extra, but I play on BlueStacks. BlueStacks is pretty good performance. It does feature some crashes when doing a few of the multiplayer stuff, but that kind of happens from time to time, I think, on a lot of different emulators. Patches may vary, but anyway, BlueStacks has been pretty good, so I use BlueStacks. And the last thing that was really asked was about free-to-play. I want to be a free-to-play. How do I, max out characters and not spend any money, and how do I feel like... Well, here's the thing. There are people who are free-to-play on the JP side who are feeling the definite crunch at this point. There is content with level 99 enemies that are starting to show up with dodge passives, because, it wasn't already difficult enough in the game. They had to make it a little more difficult. Well, they did it. But anyway, there's a couple of free-to-play characters that, of course, I'm going to recommend, but one of the biggest recommendations I can give you guys is when it comes to medium rare, the lower rare tier, and ultra rare, thing is to know is that you should diversify between all the levels. Super rare, or I guess I have to talk on global terms. Medium rare, it just sounds like a steak. Anyway, medium rare is, you should kind of have some medium rare characters that you are building as well as some ultra rare characters. That is the biggest advantage to rerolling, is you should be rerolling for one of the 4 ultra rare characters. And realize that there are both valuable things about them and devaluable, or unvaluable things, devaluable. Anyway, so of course the most free-to-play friendly character in the entire game is Mont. If you are looking for an alternative to rolling for Engelbert, you're going to end up using Mont, and you're going to end up using Mont a lot. I'm still using Mont. He is a solid tank. He has a lot of HP, it's fairly easy to get his TMR, and on terms of just in terms of the Earth units that have come out, haven't felt a ton of necessity to build a lot of the other Earth units, except for maybe Ketone, who is an ninja powerhouse. She's pretty darn strong. But yeah, when it comes to it, your team, you should really diversify at the beginning of the game between different elements as well as different rarities. And when it comes to that, just pick a light elemental character that you want to build, pick a earth element character that you want to build, a wind element. You want to have that, because when it comes to ranking up their abilities through awakening them, they do require these souls, which are farmable, but a much more slowable farmable currency are these rocks. These rocks are specific to different elements and take a little while to generate enough of them to do 6-star awakening. So you should be very careful about where you spend your resources, as I've said in other videos, but diversifying your team to have multiple different elements on it and multiple different rarities is much more free-to-play friendly. With ultra rare characters, if you're looking for long-term with the hard quests, the more difficult quests that give a couple of shards per day, you can eventually build up these characters, and that's going to be better long-term value for you than just doing like all super rare or all medium rares or all lower rarities or just all UR. Like, it's a good idea to just diversify. Split your team's elements. For instance, my team here has a dark elemental character, a light elemental character, an ice elemental character, a water element character, and an earth element. That way, for the characters that I'm building, I don't ever have to worry about not having enough. Otherwise, I'd need a ton of the earth stones, and even then, mono element teams don't really seem to have a big advantage right now. So yes, that is a big piece of free-to-play advice, but in terms of characters, who are some of the most recommendable lower rarity characters? Mont will always be one of them. I've said it enough, and I will stop saying it as of right now. The other characters that I have recommended, though, are Thalia, who is a Thunder Mage. She comes a fair bit later, but if you're looking for a good Thunder Elemental Mage and a counterpart to Medenia, this is probably your best option. She's strong, she has some healing options, and yeah, she'll be cheaper to do. There's also a whoops, that's the wrong one. This one, a good Paladin tank with some healing capabilities, as well as some piercing damage. She's a fairly good resource, not overly great compared to URs. There's also Dario, who is very recent on the JP side, so don't even worry about him. Why did I bring him up? Just so I could. And the one last character that I kind of want to recommend is, of course, Shadow Lynx. I don't know how I could not recommend Shadow Lynx. Now, I had Ramza, so I didn't need this character so much, but Shadow Lynx is a powerful, fast character that has something that's far more important: chaining damage. Chaining abilities don't appear in every unit, as some are on their limit burst. It can just be really difficult to find a good elemental chainer in the early days. So when Shadow Lynx comes, she is just a medium rare character. She will be cheaper to build, and her 6-star awakening ability that has chaining on it, she's overall a good performing unit. So there you go. That's my recommendations for free-to-players. Split your team up between multiple elements, multiple classes, and multiple rarities. Just spacing that out will make it more free to play. But once you go in on a character, kind of just commit to it. Now on to JP news, which is always fun because JP is getting its next crossover, Final Fantasy 1. Final Fantasy 1 is an appropriate title because there's only going to be one character. There are, of course, the login rewards. Looks like a summon ticket, as well as some skip tickets, some energy, a fair amount of lapis too, 300 each and every day, so it'll be a good amount of lapis that we are getting for free. A new shop, as well as some bonuses to daily arena points, which is always good. 300 lapis per day, which is pretty standard. Basically, you spend 300 lapis per day and you get a few extra bonuses for spending that, which, if you're going to spend, might as well get the bonuses, correct? And on the Final Fantasy 1 banner, we will see a combination of 2 units. First of all, of course, the Warrior of Light, looking very much like his CG counterpart from Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Be a tank, light damaging UR character. I'm sure that he will be very strong. UR characters and limited UR characters are, if Orlando was any indication. His banner will also be shared, though, with a summon card, and a limited summon card in the War Machine, a rare enemy from Final Fantasy 1, and so you have a chance of either getting him or the card, or, of course, off banners. Now, it should be noted that these are still considered collaborations, so Warrior of Light will be a limited character. So if you're going to get him and you're going to try for him, then, you know, now's the time to buy those shards. At least until they add elemental shards. There will also be, for 10 days, a free summon period where each and every day we will get a multi-10 summon for free. So you will get a total of 100 summons off of it. Best of luck to all of you. Hopefully you get something good out of it. At least one UR. For 100 summons, you should be able to at least get one UR, hopefully. And there will be, of course, the returning of the premium banners where you are guaranteed one UR for about 2,000 lapis. Could be anyone, could be old unit, could be a new unit, and that will, of course, be a separate one. One for characters and one for cards. And it looks like we will see a couple of redo banners, one with Ayaka and Shiva and Shadow Links. Hey, the character I mentioned earlier. One with Medina, Fina, and Ramu. And then it just continues on with the daily shard pulls and all of that. An event summon will be coming back, or an event will be coming back for farming books to upgrade our weapons, which is something that you should be constantly basically working towards. And yay, I love these. Chapter 7, Part 7, or Part 3. Alright, it's Chapter 7, Part 3 is coming to the game. Will feature the new UR mage that was hinted at in the live stream, who seems to be a Earth Elemental mage. Probably coming to the game relatively shortly, probably beginning of April. It'll be interesting to see where she fits in, exactly what her classes are, because there aren't, as I've said before, there aren't a ton of great UR mage characters right now, so without a counterpart to Medina would be particularly nice at this point for people who just haven't got Medina up to this point, and probably she'll be stronger than Medina anyway. And last but not least, by doing the EX stage, you will be able to farm and create the Warrior of Light's armor. There hasn't been a ton of great armor in the game, and premium weapons are at a premium, so and armor too. So yeah, it's an SSR quality armor, which is pretty good armor, and we'll just see how difficult the EX quest actually is this time. But best of luck to everyone. So yeah, that's pretty much all the things that I have to say in this video. Going to try and keep it relatively short. The only other thing that is worth bringing up, there's going to be more quality of life updates added to the JP side in April. And not only that, we found out in the live stream that there will be a half-year anniversary in May. What exactly that half-year anniversary will be, I don't know. Probably a big collaboration, as well as this is speculation, it wasn't said, about what will happen for the half-year anniversary. But I would imagine a big collaboration will be coming up, as well as probably some nice bonuses and some nice banners to celebrate half a year. Either way, I'm excited for it. And as for the FF1 event, I'm probably going to pass on it until they finally get rid of the whole limited time Final Fantasy characters, because that's just not cool to me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and best of luck, global players, on your launch. I'll be continuing to make some more review videos in the meantime, but till then, take care. Cheers.